Assalamu alaikum. I'm back with lesson 5 of the Arabic grammar that we were trying to learn actually. So we were doing ism, and in ism we said that there is status, number, gender, and type, which are the four properties of ism. And in the status we know that there are three forms of status, which is rafa, nasab, and jar. And then there are how to tell status is by the ending sounds and combinations. Now the third thing that we need to learn about status is light versus heavy status, and that's something that we're going to learn in this video. So normally an ism should be heavy. So the word, it should be heavy, and I'll tell you what that heavy means. And all the words in Muslim chart are heavy. So the Muslim chart that we learned, the masculine and the feminine, so all the words in that, they are heavy, like Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini, Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina, then Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin, Muslimatani, Muslimataini, Muslimataini, Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimatin. So all those words are heavy, and it's normal to be heavy. The word is normally it should be heavy. Now an ism is made light by removing the extra n sound. So how can you do that? By removing the tanween, that is the double zabar or double zair or double pesh. So by removing that, or by removing the extra noon at the end of the ism. And let's see how we will do that. So I have made the uh, light versions of the Muslim charts. Let's see the masculine one first. So this is the singular column. So normally we have the word, it when it's heavy, it's Muslimun, Musliman, or Muslimin, right? So we remove the tanween, so it becomes Muslimu, Muslima, and Muslimi. So these are the light version of it. So let's move on to the dual or the pair one. So the heavy version was Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini. So we removed the extra noon from the end, and then it became Muslima instead of Muslimani, because we removed the noon. Muslimai instead of Muslimaini, and the same here, Muslimai. So Muslima, Muslimai, Muslimai are the light versions of Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini. Moving on to the third column, which is the plural column. So we removed the extra noon from here also. So it was Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina. So when we remove the noon from the end of all these three, it became Muslimu, Muslimi, Muslimi. So now let's read the light version of the Muslim chart masculine. Muslimu, Muslima, Muslimi, Muslima, Muslimai, Muslimai, Muslimu, Muslimi, Muslimi. So this is the light version. Now moving on to the feminine chart. The first column was like the heavy version was Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin. So now when we remove the tanween, it will become Muslimatu, Muslimata, Muslimati. So this is the light version. Moving on to the dual or the pair one, we remove the extra noon. So Muslimatani becomes Muslimata, Muslimataini becomes Muslimatai, and Muslimataini became Muslimatai. So Muslimata, Muslimatai, Muslimatai. Now moving on to the plural column, we removed the tanween. So we see here Muslimatun became Muslimatu, Muslimatin became Muslimati, and Muslimatin became Muslimati. So Muslimatu, Muslimati, Muslimati. So let's read the feminine chart in the light version. Muslimatu, Muslimata, Muslimati, Muslimata, Muslimatai, Muslimatai, Muslimatu, Muslimati, Muslimati. Now, moving on, there's an important point to remember here that Musliman, which is a nasb version singular in the Muslim chart, when it is converted into light form, this extra alif is removed. So it becomes Muslimah. This is how you write Musliman. This alif comes whenever you're writing a word like this, and alif comes here. So when you convert this into a lighter form, so this extra alif is removed, so it becomes Muslima. So Musliman, when it's converted into the light form, the alif is removed. Another important point to remember is that if there is an al in the beginning of a word, then the question that is it light or heavy, it becomes invalid. So we don't care that is it light or heavy if there is an al in the beginning. So now I'm going to do a few examples here. So in these examples, we have to find out that is the word heavy or light. So the first word is kulubin. Now we see that here we have the tanween, so it's a heavy version of the word. So kulubin is heavy, and it's in, that means it's jar, and it's from the first column of the Muslim chart, Muslimin. So it's jar and singular. The next thing is hadaika. Hadaika, we see that it doesn't show any combination, and there is the tanween is not there, so that means that it's a light version of hadaikan. The heavy version would be hadaikan, and the light version is hadaika. Over here also the light version would be kulubi, and then the heavy version is kulubin. So similarly over here, this is the light version hadaika, the heavy version would be hadaikan. Now next word is al mutanafisuna. Now we see over here that there is al in the beginning of the word, so we don't care if the question is invalid. If it is light or heavy, we don't care is it light or heavy. Now here this one, sulutha. Now this is a tricky one. You see over here that when musliman is converted into the light form, the alif is removed, muslima. So on the first side we might think that, oh, sulusa, it's a light version of sulusan, so this is it's a light version of that. But we know that when this musliman is converted into the light form, the alif is removed and it becomes muslima. So over here this means that this is a combination. So sulusa, let's see the Muslim jar. So muslimun, musliman, muslimin, muslimani, sulusani. When muslimani is converted into the light form, it becomes muslima. So similarly over here this becomes sulusa. So that this is light, and when it what would be the heavy version of it? Sulusani. This would be the heavy version. But since we removed the extra noon from here, so it became sulusa, and sulusa is the light version. Moving on to the next example. This word is muallimi. Muallimi. So we see that first of all we have to see that it is a is it a combination or is it a is it a sound? So muallimi, we know that muslimun, musliman, muslimin, muslimani. Muslimani was converted into muslima, muslimaini was converted into muslimai, and similarly muslimai. Moving on to the third part, muslimuna was converted into muslimu, muslimina was converted into muslimi. So similarly over here this is muallimi, just like muslimi. So that means that this is also a light version of it, and it is from the Muslim chart, third column. That means it is a nasb or jar, and it's plural, and then it's also light. Now let's move on to the next word. This is talibatun. So if you see the tanween, that means it is the heavy version of this word, and the light version would be, when we remove the tanween, it would become talibatu. That would be the light version. So aina, this is also similar to sulusa. So aina is the light version of muslimani. When muslimani is converted into the light version, it becomes muslima. So aina is the light version of the heavy. This is light, and the heavy version would be ainani. Next word is kalimati. Kalimati is the light version of kalimatin. Heavy version would be kalimatin, and the light version is kalimati. Next word is kamisun. So kamisun, we see the tanween, that means it's heavy version, and if you have to convert it into light, so it will become kamisu. And the last word for today is nisa'u. So nisa'u, we see that there's u sound in the end, and this is the light version. The heavy version would be nisa'un. So I hope that I'm able to make these things a little bit clear. Inshallah, I'll see you in the next video. Till then, fi amanillah.